What would someone want to buy on a Redbubble sticker? Man, those Visco girls sure do love their hair scrunchies, hydro flasks, and stickers. And oh, what if I made a hair scrunchie sticker? Hello, my name is Leanna and I cut 5 inches off my hair yesterday. I should have recorded it, but I have these great photos to document it. Today I wanted to talk about Redbubble. It's a print-on-demand site and I use it as a side hustle and I really love it. Basically, it has a lot of the same factors as YouTube, whether it's algorithm, trend, and tags when it comes to just advice on growth. And I do mostly stickers, but this advice kind of pertains to everything. As you can see, Leanna and Cynthia had the same idea to make hair scrunchie stickers, but they both thought of it right when the trend was starting to get big. So their stuff is gonna be at the top right away, make the most sales, and unless it's terrible, it's gonna stay at the top. And it might be kind of surprising, but people are kind of too lazy to scroll sometimes, so as long as it's at the top, it'll probably stay there.
Unless it's terrible?
Like, it might not be the Mona Lisa, but if it's doing well at the top, it'll continue to do well. And then if Beatrice McGee comes along a few months later and makes just a fantastic hair scrunchie sticker, it is gonna be harder for her to grow and climb back up because that's already such a huge trend, and things are already making huge amounts of sales, even if it's not as great as Beatrice's option. So unless she promotes really well, it might be harder for her to grow when it comes to sales on that one. But if she, does promote, it can really help her grow from there. That wasn't meant to be discouraging, I just meant when something's trending, there's more competition, but you can still always make sales. One of my best sellers is hair scrunchie stickers, so I'm gonna use that as an example for tags. Tags will always be beneficial whether you jump on a trend early or late, or whether you're not even trying to follow trends, you're just doing your own art. It's going to be beneficial, especially if you have a lot of sales on something already, so it'll be at the top of the page for that tag. Because you're still watching this, and I really appreciate it, I wanted to tell you about a Redbubble tag generator that's on a website called Merch Titans Automation. You put in the word of what you're uploading, basically, the title, and they'll give you like 100 tags that are most used with those words. So that's very beneficial, and you don't have to necessarily think about your tags as much. And Merch Titans Automation also has an option where they like format stuff on merch for you. I recently heard about that, but I think you might have to pay for that or something. So I admittedly don't know much about it, but that'll be in the description. So a tag generator will be very helpful. You can also connect your page to Google Analytics by going into account settings, and you can see what keywords people are finding your stuff under. I don't know a lot about it, but there are tutorials on YouTube. They have really easy instructions about it.
Hi, I'm Leanna, and I plan to work on not making my statements sound like questions.
These Zoom classes are driving me insane. It's like I'm in Zoom University. I bet others can relate. I bet others can relate. Adobe Illustrator, we meet again. Zoom University. I graduated college 2 years ago. Didn't think of that one. You win some, you lose some. But if you win,
you win some money too.
So like I said, if you already have something successful, incorporate a trend into the tags, because that'll now be searched. And like I said, you don't even have to follow trends, you can do what you're passionate about and the audience will come from there.
And everyone has to be patient, even big sellers. They'll be frustrated when old stuff sells more than new stuff, which isn't really a real problem, but it can be frustrating when your new stuff isn't selling, whether you're a big artist or a small one. So we all have to be patient, but it'll happen over time.
The words on my shirt are inappropriately high. Now it looks bad. When it comes to deciding which merchandise to put your work on, just be careful, make sure you have a good amount of white space, and if you use a pattern, just make sure you're using discretion and you're considering how it will look. Sometimes something just won't look good on something particular, and if there's something particular you're thinking about when you make that design, just kind of actually look at the dimensions that that's kind of made for and base it around that, and then just be careful when using, other forms of merchandise. Just make sure it's formatted well, because if someone gets something in the mail and it's not centered, that is very disappointing because it almost throws it all off. Just be careful with that stuff. I also want to talk about sticker packs. Those are great because people are getting a little bit more value for their money, and all stickers should have a transparent background. I always do a PNG. So when you do a sticker pack, you probably want like a bigger file size too. and you want to make sure each sticker within the pack in front of the transparent background is going to be separate far enough. Otherwise, when it's printed, they become the same sticker, and I've seen this a few different times. Not to mention, when you create a sticker, you want to clean up around it, because otherwise Redbubble doesn't know and they'll create like a little spot into a sticker, or you'll have like a bump out from the sticker, if that makes sense. So make sure everything aside from your graphic is gone, and make sure with sticker packs things are far enough away from each other. And that's kind of the main thing that you want to focus on with those. And you might want to tell people to get medium or large for the size, because a size small sticker is 3 by 3 inches, and if you have a sticker pack in there, it's going to be tiny. So try to let people know on your page, please buy medium or large, so then all the stickers are bigger and they're still getting better value. I'm going to work very hard on this one piece of art, and I'll be very proud of it. I think I'm going to post this in every color imaginable. Quality and quantity are very interesting subjects, both on Redbubble and on YouTube. Some people view it one way and some people view it another. For what I do, it can be very trendy things, so I'll want to do multiple colors and I'll want to kind of put a lot of them up, just depending. But there will be people who honestly like make a living on Redbubble and put a lot of thought and effort into each one. So for them, it's definitely going to be quality. But a lot of people just like to have kind of a combination of the two. I really like to put effort into what I do, but sometimes I will do multicolor, you know, putting it up in multiple colors. I can talk. I love making stickers. Me too. Not much to say about this aside from the fact that passion is the core of success. If you're just trying to make money, you're gonna get burnt out and you're not gonna like it. Passion is what keeps you going even when you don't make money, whether it's YouTube or Redbubble. So just make sure you're doing it for the right reasons. Prices and money. Your markups start at
20%.
So for example, stickers, that would be
$2.50
per sticker, and then you make
42 cents
per sticker, but you can mark things up however you want, and it's going to be a little different depending on which merchandise you're doing. I worked mine up a little bit. I marked up my stickers eventually 45%, so it makes them each $3.02, and then that's technically 94 cents for me for each one. That's what it says, but people will buy in bulk a lot, so it's very rare that I would get 94 cents per sticker. So it just depends, because people will buy 10 at a time or 4 at a time, and it, you know, gives them different discounts. But if something's cheaper, they could be very much more likely to buy it. There are trends that happen to people whether you make thousands of sales or 10 sales. It'll be kind of a roller coaster throughout the year of peaks on back to school and holiday, and then there are valleys, unfortunately, as well. I'm gonna post this on Facebook to all my high school peers and extended family. I'm not gonna post this on Facebook to all my high school peers and extended family because that sounds scary for some reason. I'll admit I'm not great at promotion. I used to have an Instagram for my stickers, but eventually it just didn't feel like it was worth it.
Come on.
And I guess I just didn't care enough to put a huge amount of effort into the Instagram because it wasn't seeming to be worth it. But contests are very likely to help you, because it's where they'll follow you, like, and tag a friend, and then their friend will see your work, and it can kind of grow exponentially from there. And then you sell them your stickers, and with everyone who gets your stickers, their friend could see it or their family could see it and then get you more sales. So selling in general can be a really good form of promotion on itself, but Redbubble also gives you like formats where it shows it like next to a tree and it looks really aesthetically pleasing on the wall, or shows a sticker on something. So you can use those on from Redbubble and put them on whatever you want to promote. It's been an entire hour and no one is buying my sticker of the word crackhead. It can be frustrating to post and not get any response, but just like with YouTube, you have to have a passion for it because it's not going to happen overnight. I started in 2016. My first month I got 40 cents, and then it kind of grows exponentially from there. My second month I got two-digit number. I don't remember what it was at all, but it'll just take time, but it will grow exponentially. And I think that's kind of how YouTube is. You'll have your certain outliers, and then those will gain you even more of an audience. So every now and then you're gonna have one that's successful, you just have to be patient. If you're pursuing something creatively, odds are you're gonna be researching copyright at one point or another. If something gets reported on Redbubble, just let it get taken down and don't try to put it back up, otherwise your account can be deleted. I used to struggle with university stickers, so I try to just stay away from those because the company that owns the right to make merchandise will get that taken down, and it's just not worth risking. There was one thing of mine that got taken down that I did a counter notice to. I don't do that a lot with anything that's been taken down. I don't do a counter notice, but there was something that I thought was vaguely relevant to a TV show. So I put that TV show in the tags, but then the person scouting it or looking for things that were relevant to the TV show that shouldn't be, they took it down. So I counteracted it because I felt like it was a mistake, and then I just took that tag out. So I just now continue to sell it, but I don't associate it with a TV show in the tags. And Redbubble does have something called the Partner Program, where you can see which brands are okay with fan art and you can see their guidelines, so you can definitely post your art after you understand what their guidelines are. A really negative aspect to copyright is when you have a piece of art on Redbubble that's doing really well, if you don't have a watermark, it can very likely be stolen and sold on Amazon. I always want a repeated watermark on mine, but there was a period in time on Redbubble where somehow there was an issue where it wasn't showing up, and I reached out about it and they eventually put it back up. But during the time that it was down, bad things can happen. But when the watermark is on, people aren't going to be as likely to try to edit it off, because usually these people are just looking for a quick fix to make money. So when I see like a 50 pack on Amazon with my work in it, I used to report them more, but the stuff they've stolen is things that I didn't... It's a graphic I designed that took me maybe 20 minutes or something, or 10 minutes, so I'm not too worried about that. But my hair scrunchies, I drew and I did piece by piece on Illustrator, so when I see that, I definitely report it, especially because I have registration numbers for those two. If needed, report them on Amazon. Amazon has a great way to report. The main issue is, without a copyright registration number, the thieves can easily say, hey,
where's your registration number?
It can get a little complicated logistically, so just be careful and use watermarks. And by the way, it is very rare that that happens, so don't let it discourage you at all. All of these factors are what have made me successful on Redbubble. 90 to 95% of my sales are stickers, but I definitely sell other things, so I try to make sure it looks good on that merchandise. My main demographic is going to be teen girls and 20-somethings, and I'll have like cat and dog stickers, scrunchy stickers, the word educate, Wisconsin, because I'm from Wisconsin, and just a lot of things that people like that are from certain demographics, but anyone who likes cats and dogs too. So just find maybe a demographic that you're kind of orienting towards, and then do your best to crank out both quality and quantity. I also have used watercolor paint aside from just digital art, and that's been really fun, and then I just scan it or take a picture and clean it up a little bit, and those have been fairly successful. I have watercolor tulips that do pretty well, and then I have like food I painted. Everyone's journey is different, so if you're considering posting on Redbubble, I would strongly recommend it. Thank you guys for watching. My name is Leanna. If you feel like this advice was helpful, please give it a like. And if you like weird little skits and stuff, please subscribe and turn on notifications. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Cynthia was originally gonna have a British accent, but when I played it back, it made me want to dig my own grave. How did this get in here? I walked away from my camera for 1 second, and he needed to be the star, I think.